of the Atlantic County Board of Commissioners is called to order in compliance with the Open Public Meetings Act of the State of New Jersey. Adequate notice of this meeting of the Atlantic County Board of Commissioners was provided in the following manner. Published in the Press of Atlantic City and mailed to the Current, the Daily Journal, the Hamilton Gazette, and the Hamilton News, and has been posted on the bulletin boards in the county office building in Atlantic City, Stillwater Building in Northfield, and the county clerk's office in Mace Landing. As we go into our opening prayer this evening, I would like everybody to please keep in mind and include in your prayers the firefighters and all the first responders involved in the Wharton Park fire, the Wharton State Park fire. Okay. And we'll have a prayer.
Lead us, O God, that we may be leaders of our community and continue to guide us in the decisions we make for the service of others. Amen.
Amen. You all stand for the flag salute. Attention, salute. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay, we'll have a roll call, please.
Madam Chairwoman, Commissioners Bertino and Gatto are joining us virtually, and Commissioner Days is out of town and unable to attend today.
Okay, thank you.
Ballas?
I'm here.
Bertino?
Here.
Corsi?
Present.
Fitzpatrick?
Here.
Gatto? Parker?
Here.
Risling?
Here.
And Kern.
Here. Okay, the commissioners have had an opportunity to review the minutes from June 7th, 2022. I'll entertain a motion to adopt the June 7th, 2022 minutes as presented.
So moved. Second.
Motion been made and second. We'll have a roll call.
Ballas?
Yes.
Bertino?
Yes.
Corsi?
Yes.
Fitzpatrick?
Yes.
Gatto?
Yes.
Parker?
Yes.
Risling?
Here.
And Kern.
Here.
Is that a yes?
I think that's affirmative.
Motion carries. Anyone that would like to speak during public comments, please come to the podium, state your name and the town you reside. You'll be provided up to 3 minutes to speak. If you're attending virtually, please type yes and the resolution number in the question and answer box. Any items not listed on the agenda, you may speak during public comments. You'll be raised from an attendee to a panelist. When you're raised, please again state your name and the town you reside. Before we start with the presentations, I just did want to ask Mr. Bertino, since this is a big part of your district, do you have any updates on the Wharton State Park?
Yes, I do. Thank you, Chairperson. We had reached out to the fire district a little earlier today. They have it about 80% contained. It's probably burned about 18,000 acres. They at the moment it's pretty large. At the moment, they believe it will stay inside the containment lines that they have drawn. So they feel pretty confident. The wind and stuff on the weekend played complete havoc on it, as you could imagine. And they're pretty confident it'll be pretty much cleaned up in the next day or so. Route 206 has been open today. That's been closed for the last few days. So there's some normalcy back here that's happening.
Thank you, Commissioner. Okay, and now we'll start with our presentations. The New Jersey Association of Counties Foundation Scholarships to the 2022 recipients. Welcome Dr. Gunther from ACIT and Executive Director of NJAC, John Donadio. It's always a pleasure to be able to begin our meetings by acknowledging the youth in our county and welcoming NJAC. Welcome, gentlemen. Okay, Dr. Gunther, would you like to start?
Thank you, Chairperson Kern. Want to thank the NJAC for providing 5 scholarships for deserving students who are graduating this year from ACIT. And I can go through the students individually if I just kind of tell you a little bit about them. And then, of course, we can do the awards. The students are joining us virtually as well. If that works for you, Mrs. Kern. So first we have Mohammed Ansari. He was a graphics computer science major with us, and he's going to continue in computer science at Atlantic Cape Community College in the fall. He is from Atlantic City. Tyler Mong is another computer science student from ACIT, and he will be attending Stockton University in the fall, majoring in computer science. We have Hannah Stanton. She is also media graphics, which is part of our computer science program. She will be going to Rowan University to major in psychology. Alexa Bell Amoroso is a health sciences major. She will be attending the College of New Jersey and majoring in early childhood education. And she is from Absecon, as well as Hannah is from Absecon. One student will not be able to join us tonight, is receiving the Amazon scholarship. Donald Reslock. Donald is an engineering student at ACIT, and he will be going to Rutgers University for mechanical engineering, and he resides in Atlantic City. So give you a little background about the students. They all have great plans for the future, and as we always tell them, we hope they come back to Atlantic County and contribute to making Atlantic County stronger in the future.
Thank you, Dr. Gunther. Are any of the students on that would like to make any comments?
Tyler Mom is the only one on right now.
Okay. Does Tyler want to make any statement? No? We won't put him on.
Congratulations, Tyler.
Okay, Mr. Donadio.
Yes,
Thank
thank
you for
you,
being
Madam
here.
Chairwoman. Yeah, thank you for having me today. I appreciate it. This is absolutely my favorite thing to do, and I say this all the time, that we're giving away other people's money. Terrific students this year from ACIT, and just want to congratulate them. Just impressive resumes, all hardworking students, and I know that they're going to do great in the future. But I also want to take a minute just to thank Investors Bank, SHI, NJM, and Amazon for their continued generosity. This year alone, those companies awarded the Landec Foundation grants totaling over $50,000. We give away 100% of that money to hardworking county vocational technical school graduates who are continuing their education right here in the state of New Jersey. It's incredibly important to Landec Foundation. And I can tell you one more thing, that since 2011, the foundation has awarded over $500,000 in scholarships to our county vocational technical school graduates. And again, it's because of the generosity of these terrific corporate citizens. So thank you again for the opportunity. I wish I was down in Atlantic City in person. I think I'll be there next week, though. But it's good to see you virtually too.
Thank you very much. And actually, congratulations to all the students. You do really have a very, very nice group of students getting these awards year after year. We're always impressed to see that. So thank you, Dr. Gunther. Thank you, John.
Thank you.
Linda Coles on representing NJM Insurance.
Oh, okay. I believe Linda Coles is on representing NJ Insurance.
Hi, everyone. Here I am.
Hi. Thank you for being here, Linda.
Oh, sure. I'm sure. I'm sorry more of the students aren't present, but I'm thrilled to represent NJM and to join you virtually. Providing these scholarships is really part of our core value of supporting the communities that we serve. And when it comes to educational opportunities, we have a long history and legacy of supporting educational opportunities, especially those that help students meet the financial demands of their educational pursuits. So congratulations to all of the students on behalf of NJM. I wish you most success in your educational goals as well as your personal aspirations. So thank you all. Thank you for having me.
Thank you very much for being here and all you do for our community and our youth. Thank you.
Absolutely. Stay well.
I think we also have someone from SHI on.
Yes, thank you, thank you.
And is it Ryan?
Yes, it is. Is it?
So you're on, Ryan. You're very garbled.
Everyone able to hear me now better?
That's a little bit better.
Okay, perfect.
Now we can't hear you. We can't hear you, Ryan. Okay, we'll try again.
Is this better?
Now we can, yeah, that's better.
Sorry about that.
It's okay, happens.
President John Jack, he was up an honor presenting scholarship to David County Inspiring Scholar. We step with things to Jack and John.
I love virtual.
Absolutely. Technical difficulties.
We appreciate it.
Well, Ryan, we heard most of what you said about reading your lips. But you kept fading in and out, but I think we got the legits of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I apologize.
Oh, hey, it's our world.
Thank you so much.
But, Ryan, thank you very, very much to you and SHI for everything that you do. You know, for our youth and again, for our community, it's great to have partners like SHI. So thank you for being here tonight as well. Okay. Okay, and now we have another presentation. Madam Clerk?
Protecting Yourself from Scams with the New Jersey Division of Consumer Affairs by Melanie Hazem, Outreach Director.
Welcome, Ms. Hazem from New Jersey Division of Consumer Affairs. Nice to have you.
Thank you for having me. Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon.
My name is Melanie Hazem, and I act as Outreach Director for the New Jersey Division of Consumer Affairs. Please correct me if I'm wrong. There are several consumer affairs offices across the state. I do not believe Atlantic County has their own.
Correct. That's
Okay. All right. So that's okay. Because obviously that's why we are in place. So we are one of the approximately 16 divisions that are under the Office of the Attorney General. Obviously, we all know him. He is our Chief Law Enforcement Officer, and he oversees all sorts of our divisions. Some of the more popular ones, of course, would be State Police, Alcohol and Beverage Control, Office of Weights and Measures, and Division of Consumer Affairs is one of them. Each of us has a piece in protecting our residents of the state. And specifically what we do at Consumer Affairs is that we work to ensure that the marketplace is a fair place for all of our residents to go out and spend their hard-earned money and also be sure that they're getting exactly what they're paying for. So we do that in several ways. As Outreach Director, really what they have me traveling across the state doing is educating folks on scams and fraud, which is, you know, those telephone calls that we constantly are getting, definitely emails. Lots of scam text messages are happening. I know for me, they certainly have grown, I feel like, lately. So scams that are coming in that way where these scam artists they're really located all over the world. And so the idea is that these scams are going to keep coming, but what our most important goal is to get that education out there to the public. What I've found that's most unfortunate about this topic that I've been traveling across the state for like the last 6 years, educating folks on, is that unfortunately what I see is that the interest doesn't arise in folks until that specific individual, until it's too late, a lot of times, until they have become a victim of a scam or almost have become a victim of a scam, or somebody they know and love has become a victim of a scam. So what we're hoping to do is kind of change that mindset and make folks want to take more of a proactive approach rather than a reactive approach. Because many times when you become a victim of a scam, if your money's gone, it's gone, and it's much too late. to really do anything about that stuff. So I'm traveling across the state educating folks on scams and frauds. Really, I could have you folks on here for an hour and I wouldn't even scratch the surface. Scams and frauds. So I'm trying to give more of a general overview as far as what the scams sound like, what they are designed to feel like, how they're designed to make us react, because it's all very psychological, the way that these scams work, because they work on our humanity and pulling our heartstrings. And that's why people, like any one of us could become a victim of a scam. So I try to remind folks that two basic scams, any scam you could think of is going to fall under one of these two categories. It's either going to be a fear-based scam, which is your grandchild is in trouble or your loved one is in trouble, and you need to fix it right away. And you're going to fix that either by sending money in a untraceable way, or you're going to provide your personal private information like bank account numbers or something like that to solve the problem. So it's a fear-based scam or an excitement-based scam, which is congratulations, you've won a lottery, a cruise, a minivan, any of the above, all of the above. And again, no matter what scam we're talking about, they're going to be after either your money or your personal information. So if you can have those, those in your mind, next time something crosses your path, if you could put it into one of those two categories, that's a very easy way to say, wait a second, this sounds fishy, this doesn't feel right. I want to, let me verify with somebody, get that go-to person that you can check with. And we hope that those are the ways that we're going to encourage people to learn how to protect themselves from becoming victims. Because as I mentioned earlier, many times these folks, they're located anywhere across the planet. And when your money is gone, your money is gone. Okay. Local officials can't help, state officials can't help, FBI and higher up, there is a certain threshold before those sort of agencies can step in and help. So if I have a friend that just got scammed out of $800, that could be crippling to one person, but that's not going to be enough to trigger the help of, these larger organizations. So the work lies on us to protect ourselves. That's the one piece that we focus on. The other thing that we do on the division level is that we do licensing and registration of professions. So last year, we licensed and registered approximately 750,000 professionals in all sorts of professions across so many boards. So that means anytime you hire somebody, we want you to think of the Division of Consumer Affairs, and we want you to call us before you hire that public mover, home improvement contractor, even that doctor, nurse, family therapist, acupuncturist, hairdresser, okay? Across the board, whether it's, I guess you could say from white collar to blue collar. Basically, if you have to hire them or if you hire them, we license or register them. So we want to get that information out there to the public as well as give us a call before you hire anybody. Unfortunately, the highest number of complaints we receive are in the areas of home improvement contractors and movers, public movers. While there are wonderful, honest, people that do work in these fields, unfortunately, we see a lot of scams and fraudulent activity in these fields mostly. So we want our consumers to know about us, to think about us, to call us, utilize our resources. We keep complaints on file for 2 years at the 800 number that I'll share with you folks, or the our website. And we just want you to do your research before you get involved with any of these sort of folks. And at the state level, at the division, that's how we work to try to, as I said, protect the marketplace and make sure that you folks are safe and you have protections when you're out there spending your hard-earned money. Not only that, but if something does go awry, we're also the agency that accepts those complaints. And we have a process in which ultimately what we can do is pull licensing or registration from a professional if we found that they have broken our laws in our Consumer Fraud Act. And then so we try to make it right. We try to get you your money back. But ultimately what we can do is pull these licenses so these folks can no longer practice those professions. So we're just trying to keep those folks on the up and up and keep our consumers protected. What we say at the division is there's so many laws to know, so much that we don't expect our consumers to know. So we ask that folks take advantage of us before they get taken advantage of. Right? That's a kind of a simple way to put it in a nutshell. And I also, as I said, they send me across the state. So I was just down in Salem County this morning. I had a 4 hours round trip, and I'm back home now. So it was a beautiful ride. But I travel across the state. I partner with all sorts of groups. I even have visited, retirement communities, religious groups, all sorts of groups that, want to get together and educate themselves. I bring materials and we do a great Q&A, and it's always, always very well received. So if that's of interest to any of you, please definitely reach out to me. I'd be happy to come down and visit Atlantic County.
Oh, thank you very much, because that is a very important job that you have, and you have quite a great service, to our community. So thank you very much for that information, and some of our, community may reach out for something like that. It's a good idea.
I hope so. That's what we're here for. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Okay, does any of the commissioners have any questions for?
Madam Chair, just one for Melanie. Melanie, again, just thank you again for even reaching out to us to let us know that you were available to help share the information. Is there a website that our residents could visit on some of the consumer frauds that you mentioned, just to get more information, or to get more information about other services that the Consumer Outreach Unit offers from the state?
Or yes, most definitely. And I'm gonna I'll send some more information to Tara to send with the group. But our website is njconsumeraffairs.gov. So there's lots of information on there. It can actually kind of be a little daunting. So I will send some specific links over to Tara to share with the group. And I also will recommend, if you folks ever get any questions or anything like that, AARP is a fantastic organization that we work with a lot. New Jersey has a very strong AARP chapter, and their website is a wealth of information. I mean, they have a section specific to scams and fraud. They offer a scam and fraud map. So any one of us can go on that website and type in our zip code, and all of the other scams that have been reported by our neighbors basically will pop up. So we know what's happening in our area. They also have something that's fascinating to me, obviously, because this is what I do. I live and breathe it. Is they have a section on, as I said, the psychology of scams, and they have a former scam artist that's basically flipped, and now he is working for the good guys, and he goes into depth and explains how, as I said, these scams work. They're designed to make you feel like you must act, urgency, right? All these things that make us act as human beings. And it's really interesting when it's broken down on that side, and it makes it's shocking to learn how these things really work and how they get us. But it's also so empowering and so informative and so educational in that sense, because if we understand it, we can kind of have a better handle on it and not become victims. So our website, and I'll send some specific links as well to the group. AARP website is also fantastic.
Okay, and I'll try to get it over to our intergenerational department as well, because I think, I'm sure people call them wondering what they can do. So thank you very much. Any other commissioners have any comments?
I almost was hooked a couple of weeks ago. Somebody called and said they were the electric company. We're on our way to disconnect your house. And, they pull it out of my checking account every month, but it really had me going, because we'll be there in 20 minutes. You have to have cash. And I was like, oh my God. So I called the electric company and they said no. But it can happen to anybody.
It can, and they come, there are so many different angles and so many different ways that they're communicating these scams. So thank you. Unfortunately, it's a growing, problem. So thank you very much. Okay, and Madam Clerk.
Appointment of Beth Holtman to the Atlantic Cape Community College Board of Trustees, Resolution 351.
Move. Second.
Motion has been made in second. We'll now welcome Beth Holston to the podium for an interview, a very good friend of many of us. It's wonderful to have Mayor Beth Holzman with us this evening, and to have the opportunity to interview her for the Atlantic Cape Community College Board of Trustees. She was, as a graduate of the college as well, I'm not going to say it, and recipient of the Atlantic Cape Community College Foundation Award.
I'm so sorry.
What are you doing?
I am moving this because I am moving this because I am addressing the board.
That's their
I know it's awkward.
Pushy. Always gotta be pushy. You ain't control of the fire.
It's the Italian in me. I'm sorry, but you know, I am addressing
Yeah,
the board.
I know it's crazy. It's
So, and
We're all
you're
good.
seeing the side of me. I'm sorry.
So
Okay.
you can
It's a good
still
side,
turn.
though.
You can
We're
still
good.
turn.
We're all
It's
good.
okay.
I don't want to turn. I don't want
It's
them
whatever way.
profile. Okay.
And
You know,
however she,
Anyway, I'll get started.
anyway,
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I know. But I want to
she
talk.
told me she was going to behave.
I am.
You knew
But
better,
okay, so I just want to say you received the Atlantic Cape Community College Foundation Award in 2020. The college is certainly dear to your heart, as all of ours as well. And Mayor, do you have any opening comments you'd like to make?
Yes, after I did a moving job. Well, as you announced, my name is Beth Holtzman. I recently retired from Atlantic County government. I'm sure Jerry and Jim missed me. I was there for almost 33 years. I left 2 months short of 33 years, and I had a great career in the finance area. And presently, I'm still the mayor of Ventnor. My term is up in 2 more years. And I'm here tonight to ask for the support of the county commissioners for this appointment. I feel that my finance background and my leadership background, because I've been a manager in roles from food and beverage all the way into the finance world since I was 22. I feel they could be an asset to this board, as well as my people skills. So sometimes, yes, I do have great, I do. Atlantic Cape Community College, sometimes when I have to say ACCC, I start stuttering because in my day, it was ACC. And I will say, I went there and I took 6 classes a semester. And I graduated with honors, and I loved that school because you were a student with a name to the professors.
Right.
You were not an ID number. And I felt like I was part of a community. I got out of there in 2 years with more than enough credits.
With that energy, I believe you.
And then I went on to Stockton, which is a great school. It was just Stockton College then. But I didn't have that same passion when I was there. And I think part of it was because I took the majority, literally, of the core classes I needed to get a bachelor's degree at ACCC at the time. So I was somewhat bored. I had great professors there. I have great memories. My son is going there. He graduates from Atlantic City High School tomorrow. I think it's important that I think it's such a great school, and I walked that journey. So I know the education that the youth can get there at a cost that families can handle, especially with the economy right now. So I ask for your support, and I do want to leave you with a story that is short but very profound, and it has stayed with me since I was 18. So there was a friend of mine who was a year ahead of me, and he was attending Boston University. And he came home at winter break, came to my parents' house, and we were sitting in the living room. And while we were talking, he looked over at the end table, and he said, "Where did you get that book?" And I looked at him, I said, "What book?" He said, "That business law book." I said, "That's my business law book. It's my textbook from ACC," because it was ACC then. And he said to me, "It's the same book I'm using at Boston University." It stayed with me, and it means more to me as each passing year and as you get older. And I realized then, and I realize even more now, you get out of college what you put into it. So I leave you with that story because I will never forget it. It's the same textbook. Professors are different. They may teach things their own way, but you're still learning the basic core of business law, accounting 1, finance, criminal justice. And to give the young adults of Atlantic County an opportunity to go to this school, that when I visited the campus with my son, it looked so different. But even when I went there, I felt like I was part of the community. I really, really have to say, I loved my years there. I met Joe Girello there, but I did. You really feel like you're part of something. And again, you are a student with a name to a professor. You're not a number. And so I'm a big supporter. I love the school. I would love to sit on the board. I think my background, I think I could be an asset. And I will put the podium back where it belongs, and then I will leave you all for tonight. So,
Well, you'll wait for the vote.
okay, that's fine. I'll wait for the vote. Is this back where it should have been?
No, but it's close enough.
Is it? So am I good? So
Well,
thank you for your
do
time.
any
So I can
commissioners
see
have
that
any
you go in
questions,
places,
Beth?
you move stuff, don't put it back where you got it from, right?
She's
But I'm gonna
not
vote for
done.
you in there because I like that energy.
Beth? Yeah, I want to see if any of the commissioners have any questions for you.
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. I'll say, I won't move this time.
Don't move.
I'm sorry. Do any of the commissioners have any questions for me?
Yeah, I just want to make a comment. I know that Mayor is going to do a great job. I know you're going to do a fantastic job. You're not going to be a person that just is there. You're going to be engaged, and you'll speak up. And I know you, and you'll speak up, and you'll be on the right side of the equation. And all of us, I think, are very, very proud of that institution. I went there. My kids are going there.
I love
It's
it.
great. It's great.
It is.
It's ours in the county, and we're just so proud of it. And I wish you all the best on the board.
Thank you. You are a great asset to the board. Any other?
Madam Chair?
Yep.
Yes, first of all, Mayor, like you say to me, you have my vote. I think you're gonna be a great asset. You know, we pass, many resolutions for, grants going to ACCC. And, I know on today's agenda, we're also appointing some members to the board of ACIT and Special Services. And, we passed a resolution for the Securing Our Children's Future Grant, which, sent a lot of money to ACC and $40 million to ACIT. So I would like, Madam Chair, to see if we can get some updates as to where we're at in that process. Has there been a shovel in the ground? Has anything happened with that money, and where we're at? And I'm sure, you're the right person to oversee, from the board's perspective, the financial side with your financial background.
Because I love numbers.
Yes.
I do. I know.
Yeah.
I do.
A lot of you. Do we have any other comments from the commissioners?
I don't have a comment, I'm gonna make a statement.
Go ahead.
What did you have to eat before you got here? Cause you had me fired up.
This is me.
This is you?
All
I'm
the
gonna tell you
time.
why I say that.
This is me all the
Most
time.
people that come in here for approval from this board, they shaking, they nervous, they don't say nothing. You haven't stopped since you got here.
No.
I like that energy.
Yeah, this is
I like that
me.
energy.
I shampooed the carpets this morning after I dropped my son off for graduation practice. And
Okay.
then I took my parents to the doctor's office, and then I came here.
You fired up.
It's just me. It's natural
Okay.
energy.
I look forward to working with you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Very much. Any
Welcome,
other
Mayor.
comments from our commissioners?
Congratulations.
Thank you for your service to
Mr.
Atlantic County.
Bertino, did you have anything? Again, I'm not putting you on the spot.
Just a quick note for the mayor. I know she'll do a fantastic job. Anything that's presented before her, she sinks her teeth into, and she'll do an excellent job. And I won't mention the Joe statement. Don't mention Joe Girallo. Okay.
He is listening.
I know. I saw you on here, and that's when we met
He
that long
doesn't
ago.
he doesn't have a mic, but he's listening.
I know.
Otherwise, he'd be jumping in
But
and saying
he's,
something.
and he's been a dear friend since we were 18.
Very nice, very nice. Okay, and we're gonna take a vote,
I
but
will sit down.
all the best to you and your son. All the best
Thank
to him as well.
Thank you.
Okay, we'll have a roll call.
Ballas?
Yes.
Bertino?
Yes.
Corsi,
I'm thinking about it. Yes.
Fitzpatrick,
Yes.
Gatto,
Yes.
Parker,
Yes.
Risley,
Yes.
and Kern.
Yes, motion carries. Thank you again for stepping up.
Thank you
We
very much.
appreciate it. Keep us updated.
Yes, I will. And if you don't mind, if Tara, can you get me the information from the woman from Community Affairs? Because I think I'd like to get for the city of Ventnor. Sure. Okay. Bye, everybody. Have a great, safe summer. I'll make you proud.
Have fun at graduation.
I know. I can't wait. I'm actually going to walk in the procession of Atlantic City High School and be on the stage.
Are you gonna wear your robe?
Yes. Dr. Small got me a robe to wear.
Okay.
And as the mayor from Ascending District,
Nice.
I want to be there.
Nice.
But I am not giving my son his diploma. He is not about that.
Yeah.
I said no. No, he's not. He's very humble.
He's a little shyer than
He's very
his
humble.
mom.
Yeah, so I said I will not do that to you, but I will get some good pictures because
Yeah.
I'll be right up there. But I'm looking forward to it because I think it's important that the ascending districts have that relationship with Atlantic City School Board.
It is.
So,
It is.
Absolutely.
Thank
see
you.
you all. Have a great
Thank you.
summer.
Yeah.
Take
Bye.
care.
You
Stay safe.
Okay, that brings us into our ordinances. We start with ordinance number 7 for the first reading.
Ordinance authorizing acquisition of various lots in the township of Galloway for open space preservation purposes by means of agreements or by condemnation pursuant to NJSA 40A:12-1 and following, and NJSA 20:3-1 and following, first reading.
So moved.
Second.
Motion made second. Any comments from the commissioners?
Madam Chair,
Yes.
just want to
Commissioner Gatto.
highlight that this is all part of the Parkway exit project. This is kind of helping to bring that all to finalization.
Thank you, Commissioner. Okay, since it's a first reading, we don't have any comments from public, so we'll go to roll call.
Ballas?
Yes.
Bertino?
Yes.
Horsey?
Yes.
Fitzpatrick?
Yes.
Gatto?
Yes.
Parker?
Yes.
Risley?
Yes.
And Kern.
Yes, motion carries. Okay, brings us to our resolutions, and we'll start with Resolution 325.
Amending resolutions number 12, adopted January 14, 2020, and number 130, adopted March 29, 2022, a grant application to the New Jersey Department of Transportation for the fiscal year 20 annual transportation plan to extend the term date only, no additional cost.
Move.
Second.
Motion made second. Any comments from the commissioners? Seeing, hearing none. Anything from the public? Okay, we'll have roll call.
Ballas?
Yes.
Bertino?
Yes.
Corsi?
Yes.
Diggs? Fitzpatrick?
Yes.
Gatto?
Yes.
Parker?
Yes.
Risley?
Yes.
And Kern.
Yes, motion carries. Resolution 326, please.
Amending resolution number 322 adopted June 15, 2021, a grant application and acceptance from the New Jersey Department of Health for the COVID-19 Vaccination Supplemental Funding Program 2021 to 2022, amount not to exceed $500,000.
So moved.
Second.
Motion made second. Any comments from the commissioners? Seeing, hearing none, we'll have roll call.
Ballas?
Yes.
Bertino?
Yes.
Corsi?
Yes.
Fitzpatrick?
Yes.
Gatto?
Yes.
Parker?
Yes.
Risley?
Yes.
And Kern.
Yes, I neglected to ask for comments from the public. Are there any comments? Oh, okay. Okay, Resolution 327.
Amending resolution number 98, adopted February 16, 2021, a grant application to New Jersey Transit and the United States Department of Transportation for Section 5311 funding pursuant to the Federal Transit Act to extend the term date only, no additional cost.
Move.
Second.
Motion made, moved and second. Any comments from the commissioners? Seeing, hearing none. Anything from public? Okay, well, roll call.
Ballas?
Yes.
Bertino?
Yes.
Corsi?
Yes.
Fitzpatrick?
Yes.
Gatto?
Yes.
Parker?
Yes.
Risley?
Yes.
And Kern.
Yes, motion carries. Brings us to Resolution 328, please.
Grant application and acceptance from New Jersey Transit and the United States Department of Transportation for Section 5311 funding pursuant to the Federal Transit Act, funded amount $458,043, county cash match $152,681.
Move. Second.
Motion made and second. Any comments from the commissioners? Seeing, hearing none, nothing from the public. Okay, we'll have roll call.
Ballas,
Yes.
Virgino,
Yes.
Coursey.
Yes.
Fitzpatrick,
Yes.
Gatto,
Yes.
Parker,
Yes.
Risley,
Yes.
and Kern.
Yes, motion carries. Resolution 329.
Grant application to the New Jersey Office of Emergency Management Performance Federal Emergency Management Agency for the federal fiscal year 21 Emergency Management Performance Grant, Emergency Management Agency Assistance, 55,000 funded amount, and 55,000 county in-kind match.
So moved.
Second.
Motion made and second. Any comments from the commissioners?
Madam Chair.
Yes.
Yeah, Jerry, is this for equipment or salaries?
It's salary.
Thank you.
Yes. Any other comments from the commissioners? Okay, seeing, hearing none, anything from the public? Okay, we'll have roll call.
Ballas?
Yes.
Virgino,
Yes.
Coursey.
Yes.
Fitzpatrick.
Yes.
Gatto,
Yes.
Parker,
Yes.
Risley,
Yes.
and Kern.
Yes, motion carries. Resolution 330, please.
Grant application and acceptance from New Jersey Transit for the Senior Citizens and Disabled Residents Transportation Assistance Program, amount not to exceed $848,703.
Second.
Is that a motion over here?
I think so.
Look.
I guess it was.
Did you?
You make a motion?
I think he made it.
I said move.
Okay.
Well, did I miss something?
We couldn't hear you.
Oh, I'm sorry.
You're not-
I'm sorry. I thought she was making fun of me.
Never, never, never.
Okay. A motion's been made and seconded. Any comments from the commissioners? Seeing, hearing none, anything from the public? Okay, we'll have a roll call.
Ballas?
Yes.
Bertino?
Yes.
Coursey?
Yes.
Fitzpatrick?
Yes.
Gatto?
Yes.
Parker?
Yes.
Risley,
Yes.
and Kern.
Yes, motion carries. That brings us to resolution 331.
Grant application and acceptance from the New Jersey Department of Environmental Protection for the Clean Communities Program, amount not to exceed $131,162.88.
So
Move.
Second.
Motion has been made and seconded quite clearly. Is there any comments from the commissioners? Seeing, hearing none, anything from the public? Okay, we will have a roll call.
Ballas?
Yes.
Bertino?
Yes.
Coursey?
Yes.
Oh, boy.
Fitzpatrick?
Yes.
Gatto?
Yes.
Parker?
Yes.
Risley,
Yes.
and Kern.
Yes, motion carries. So resolution 332, please.
Grant application and acceptance from the New Jersey Department of Law and Public Safety, Office of the Attorney General, Division of Administration for the Violence Against Women Act grant, funded amount $74,755, county in-kind match $25,919.
So moved.
Second.
Motion made second. Any comments from the commissioners? Seeing, hearing none, anything from the public? Okay, we'll have a roll call.
Ballas?
Recuse.
Bertino?
Yes.
Coursey?
Yes.
Fitzpatrick?
Yes.
Gatto?
Yes.
Parker?
Yes.
Risley,
Yes.
and Kern.
Yes, motion carries. Resolution 333, please.
Grant application and acceptance from the New Jersey Department of Law and Public Safety, Office of the Attorney General, Division of Administration for the Atlantic County Office of Victim Witness Advocacy. Funded amount $741,406. County in-kind match $193,576.
Second.
Motion made second. Any comments from the commissioners?
Madam Chair.
Yep, Commissioner Gatto.
Yeah, just a quick note, kind of related to this. We did get an update from Chief DeShields in our Budget and Administration Subcommittee meeting that they are getting extremely close to being able to open the advocacy center through the prosecutor's office, and I think we're going to be able to preview that or visit that location as soon as it's at the finish line. And all of that is coming through a lot of grants like this. So it's going to be a great thing for our county. Just wanted to highlight that work.
All right, thank you, Commissioner. Any other comments from our commissioners? Seeing, hearing none, anything from the public? Okay, well, roll call.
Ballas?
Yes.
Bertino?
Yes.
Coursey?
Yes.
Fitzpatrick?
Yes.
Gatto?
Yes.
Parker,
Yes.
Risley,
Yes.
and Kern.
Yes, motion carries. I'll entertain a motion to combine and adopt resolution number 334 and 358, chapter 159.
So moved.
Second.
Motion made and second. Any comments from the commissioners? Seeing, hearing none. Anything from the public? May we have a roll call, please?
Ballas.
Yes.
Bertino,
Yes.
Corsi.
Yes.
Fitzpatrick,
Yes.
Gatto,
Yes.
Parker,
Yes.
Risley,
Yes.
and Kern.
Yes, motion carries. That brings us into our professional service agreements with resolution 335.
Amending Resolution Number 259 adopted May 17, 2022, a professional services agreement to establish a pool of medical providers for the provision of medical services to inmates at the Atlantic County Justice Facility to add Shore Memorial Hospital to the list of vendors. No additional cost.
So moved.
Motion been made and second. Any comments from the commissioners? Seeing, hearing none. Anything from the public? Okay, we'll have roll call.
Ballas.
Yes.
Bertino,
Yes.
Corsi.
Yes.
Fitzpatrick,
Yes.
Gatto,
Yes.
Parker,
Yes.
Risley,
Yes.
and Kern.
Yes, motion carries. That brings us into competitive contracts with resolution 336.
Amending Resolution Number 511, adopted September 10, 2019, a competitive contract with New Vision Systems Corporation for comprehensive software maintenance for all licensing and web hosting services for the Atlantic County Clerk's land document recording system and database license to Atlantic County. Amount not to exceed $549,005.
Second.
Motion been made and seconded. Any comments from the commissioners?
Madam Chair.
Commissioner Gatto?
Just again, another highlight from our discussion in subcommittee. This is the amending resolution is actually adding only, I think it was approximately $30,000. And I'll ask John and Karen to keep me honest there. The rest of the dollar amount had already been approved, but that additional 30,000 is going to add this land document recording system as a service to the clerk's office, which I do believe the clerk is on. I don't know if he just wants to highlight what that service is, but a really great new service for our residents that will be available. It's kind of like an alerting system if anybody is placing a lien on your property. But just wanted to highlight because of the dollar amount. It's only an additional, I believe, $30,000.
Thank you, Commissioner. And I believe we're going to ask him to come to a future meeting to go over some of the programs that he's doing, so we know a little bit more.
Madam Chair,
Okay.
I would ask the clerk, but he can't answer today. Just wondering where the $5 came from.
Should we get him?
$549,005.
That's who he is.
I guess.
Any other comments from our commissioners? Seeing here, none, anything from the public? Okay. Okay.
It's Michelle Post.
Okay. Michelle? John, Michelle?
Oh, there we go. Okay.
There you are.
No, it wasn't about this issue. I'm sorry. I was not sure when it was going to come up. So I had a question about the sheriff officer contract that's on board for today. I don't believe it's been handled yet, right?
Not
Right.
yet.
Yeah. So when it comes up, I was just asking if some over the basics of the new contract, and if you could talk if COVID had any effect on where you landed this year. You know, did it convince the county to say give more money in the future? Was there any effect of COVID? That was my only question.
Okay. Thank you, Michelle.
Thanks.
Anything else from the public? Okay, we'll have a roll call.
Ballas.
Yes.
Bertino.
Yes. Yes.
Corsi.
Yes.
Fitzpatrick,
Yes.
Gatto,
Yes.
Parker,
Yes.
Risley,
Yes.
and Kern.
Yes, motion carries. Brings us to resolution 337.
Renewal competitive contract with Monarch Housing Associates for the planning and submission of a continuum of care grant application, amount not to exceed $40,000.
Move.
Second.
Motion made second. Any comments from our commissioners? Seeing none. Anything from the public? Okay, we'll have a roll call.
Ballas?
Yes.
Bertino?
Yes.
Corsi?
Yes.
Fitzpatrick?
Yes.
Gatto?
Yes.
Parker?
Yes.
Risley?
Yes.
And Kern.
Yes, motion carries. Okay, that brings us into a couple of leases with Resolution 339.
Bid contract with WB Mason Company to furnish and deliver miscellaneous office supplies to members of the Atlantic County Cooperative. Amount not to exceed $106,450.16.
So moved.
Second.
Motion made second. Any comments from the commissioners?
Are we 338 or 339?
3:30.
We're on 338.
8.
Any comments from the commissioners? Seeing here none. Anything from the public? Okay, we'll have a roll call.
Ballas?
Yes.
Bertino?
Yes.
Corsi?
Yes.
Fitzpatrick?
Yes.
Gatto?
Yes.
Parker?
Yes.
Risley?
Yes.
And Kern.
Yes, motion carries. That brings us to Resolution 339.
Renewal lease agreement with the City of Egg Harbor for library facilities, amount not to exceed $12,500.
Move.
Second.
Motion made second. Any comments from the commissioners? Seeing here none. Anything from the public? Okay, we'll have a roll call.
Ballas?
Yes.
Bertino?
Yes.
Corsi?
Yes.
Fitzpatrick?
Yes.
Gatto?
Yes.
Parker?
Yes.
Risley?
Yes.
And Kern.
Yes, motion carries. We are now at Resolution 340.
Lease agreement with the City of Summers Point for library facilities, amount not to exceed $35,000.
So moved.
Second.
Motion has been made and second. Any comments from the commissioners? Seeing, hearing none. Anything from the public? Okay, we'll have a roll call.
Ballas?
Yes.
Bertino?
Yes.
Corsi?
Yes.
Fitzpatrick?
Yes.
Gatto?
Yes.
Parker?
Yes.
Risley?
Yes.
And Kern.
Yes, motion carries. And now our miscellaneous resolutions, starting with Resolution 341.
Amending Resolution Number 389, adopted July 2nd, 2019, an intergovernmental agreement with the City of Port Republic regarding surface course mill and overlay improvements to portions of Mill Street in conjunction with the county's planned improvements to Nakote Creek Bridge, PR07, to extend the term date only, no additional costs.
So moved.
Second.
Motion made second. Any comments from the commissioners?
Madam Chair.
Yep. Commissioner Gatto.
Yeah, just to highlight, this is simply aligning the schedule and the calendar for the mill and overlay improvement with the work on the bridge. Just wanted to highlight that.
Thank you, Commissioner. Okay, anything from the public? Okay, we'll have a roll call.
Ballas?
Yes.
Bertino?
Yes.
Corsi?
Yes.
Fitzpatrick?
Yes.
Gatto?
Yes.
Parker?
Yes.
Risley?
Yes.
And Kern.
Yes, motion carries. Resolution 342.
Intergovernmental sub-grant agreements with various Atlantic County municipalities for drug and alcohol education and prevention services. Amount not to exceed $188,811.
Move.
Motion's been made and seconded. Any comments from the commissioners?
Madam Chair, I don't have my backup with me, but this is part of the Municipal Alliance grant?
Yes,
Okay.
this is, yeah.
Okay, that's what I thought. Yeah, I'll have to recuse. Edgewood Township's Municipal Alliance.
Any other comments from the commissioners? Okay, we'll have a roll call.
Ballas?
Recuse.
Bertino?
Yes.
Corsi?
Yes.
Fitzpatrick?
Yes.
Gatto?
Yes.
Parker?
Yes.
Risley?
Yes.
And Kern.
Yes, motion carries. That brings us to 343.
Interlocal agreement with Rutgers University to provide the cooperative extension service to be used for the salary of cooperative extension program staff members. Amount not to exceed $257,289.
Move.
Second.
Motion's been made and second. Any comments from our commissioners?
Madam Chair.
Seeing none? Yep, Commissioner Gatto.
Just want to make the board aware, we're going to continue the conversations in our budget and administration committee. But, you know, there's some funding questions happening with the cooperative extension program from the state. So we are going to work closely with the staff there now, potentially present the board with a resolution in support of potentially the county supplementing some of that funding as a future need. It was something we heard loud and clear at the legislative dinner with the Board of Agriculture members. So we'll be bringing more information to the commissioners on this, but just wanted to let you know that we initiated that discussion and expressed the importance of the program from our perspective to administration.
Thank you, Commissioner. Any other comments from the commissioners? Seeing, hearing none, anything from the public? Okay, we'll have a roll call.
Ballas?
Yes.
Rutino?
Yes.
Horsey?
Yes.
Fitzpatrick?
Yes.
Gatto?
Yes.
Parker?
Yes.
Risley?
Yes.
And Kern.
Yes, motion carries. Resolution 344, please.
Resolution providing consent to the construction and financing of certain facilities by the Atlantic County Improvement Authority pursuant to NJSA 40:37A-56 and to make certain determinations in relation hereto.
So-
Motion.
Second.
Motion has been made in second. Any comments from the commissioners?
Yeah, Madam Chair?
Yes.
This is what county government's all about, and I'm very, very happy to see this come forward. It's very much needed in Mullock, in the town of Mullock, to construct a new municipal building. It's a financing way of making this happening. So I'm all in favor of this type of financial deal, and whatever we can do to help other communities, we should be doing it. That's the true role of county government.
Thank you, Commissioner.
Agreed.
Make sure that's recorded.
It is.
I'm gonna have to use it against him.
John spending money?
Any other comments for our commissioners? Seeing, hearing none, anything from the public? Okay, we'll have a roll call.
Ballas?
Yes.
Rutino?
Yes.
Horsey?
Yes.
Fitzpatrick?
Yes.
Gatto?
Yes.
Parker?
Yes.
Risley?
Yes.
And Kern.
Yes, motion carries. Resolution 345.
EUS contract with Jewish Family Service of Atlantic and Cape May County to provide outreach services for the Central Municipal Court of Atlantic County. Amount not to exceed $171,400.
Move.
Second.
Motion made in second. Any comments from the commissioners? Seeing, hearing none, anything from the public? Okay, we'll have a roll call.
Ballas?
Madam Chair, whoa. Madam Chair, through you to Jerry. At some point, I don't need it now. Can you give me the latest update of how much money we have spent so far to get this court up and running? Various services as well.
Right. Okay.
I don't need the names of the employees, but the salaries, et cetera. 'Cause I see we spending a lot of money. Like to keep a little track of how much you're spending over there. And have they actually, Madam Chair, I'm sorry,
Yeah,
through you
that's all right.
again. Jerry, have they started using the old courthouse yet?
Oh, yeah, January 1.
They started, okay, because I know you was in different locations to
We
start.
were, for the first 2 months, we were in the three major, Galloway, Hamilton, and Egg Harbor Township. But, I mean, they've been there, they've been doing virtual court, and they have person-to-person, in-person court as well.
So right now, it's virtual court, not inside, and
In person too. On
Okay.
some of the issues they have in person.
what's the attendance like over there, you know? Like, it's a lot of people showing up for court, or is most of them
No,
doing virtual?
most of them can do, I think you said 80%.
Yeah, 80 to 85% they're done virtually.
We're planning on keeping it that way, correct?
That's correct.
So that's not gonna change in the future?
Your in-person matters will be DWI cases, domestic violence cases, and where there might be a large matter where there's gonna be a large number of witnesses where the judge would wanna have something in person. But the great majority, that's from a directive from Judge Grant, who is the Director of the Administrative Office of the Courts.
So, my next question be, man, I don't want to belabor the point, I figure I get all my questions to you right now since I started it. Also, what, in terms of how are the fines being paid, Like, you fine them with, courts, y'all fine people, or people paying their fines?
Yeah, and most of them are paying online.
Okay.
The large majority pay online, and yet there is a violations window where people can come there and pay in person, but a lot of them, particularly with traffic tickets and the like, people just pay online.
So at some point, Jerry, can you give me an update on like how we making out in terms of funding being collected?
Sure.
Because I want to be under the opinion that at some point it's going to pay for itself in terms of manpower, et cetera, but how do we know how many cases they're handling, how many people really paying their fines? I mean, you say it's being paid online. If I got 20 people in court and 5 people paid, I still got 15 people ain't paid their fine. But we haven't had I can't speak for the rest of them. I sure like to just have an update where we at every down and then. I'm sorry, ma'am, I didn't want to, I appreciate it.
No,
Madam Chair?
yes.
Yeah, just to add to that, I guess it was last week, there was a request by Corbin City to come on board. And the vote went around to all the participating municipalities that are in the central court, and they all voted to have them come in. And I think they're on board now. And from the
Well,
meetings.
they will be as of August 1.
August 1, yeah.
They couldn't come on July 1 because they passed their ordinance to dissolve their court or their relationship with Upper Township, and that doesn't take effect until July 12th. And the court, Brian Jetter, who's the division manager, indicates that the AOC requires towns to come on as of the beginning of the month. So I have to call them, in fact, and tell them that it'll be August 1, rather than, they thought they could come on July 12th, and the AOC says, no, you gotta wait until the beginning of the next month, so.
Okay. But from the meetings, the committee meetings I've been in, pretty much the cost is shared through the municipalities that are in. So it's not, all being paid for, or even the majority being paid for by the county. It's by the participating municipalities, and that's how they pay their segment, less their fines and everything else. So I don't think this is a big hit on the county from what I understood, but.
Yeah, I don't think I was indicating there was a hit on the county. I just want to see if it's revenue generated for the county as well as the municipalities that's brought into it.
Yeah.
So that give us some kind of dollar amount where we at.
Right, let's hope it's break even at least.
Okay.
Okay,
Thank you.
Thank you. Any other comments with the commissioners? Was there anything from the public? No? We'll have a roll call.
Ballas?
Yes.
Bertino?
Yes.
Horsey?
Yes.
Fitzpatrick?
Yes.
Gatto?
Yes.
Parker?
Yes.
Risley?
Yes.
And Kern.
Yes, motion carries. Resolution 346.
EUS contract with Glen Insurance Incorporated to purchase a storage tank pollution liability policy, including terrorism coverage through Liberty Surplus, Ironshore, for the county's 6 underground storage tanks, amount not to exceed $10,302.99.
So moved. Second.
Motion made second. Any comments from our commissioners?
Yes, thank you.
Commissioner.
Jerry, in the budget meeting, when we discussed this, I was surprised to find out that the number of tanks is still 6, what it was 5 years ago. And we were in the process of digging at least one of them up. And so I've requested a schedule to find out, when is this gonna happen, because it's just dragging on and on.
And the report sitting on my desk, and I'll send it out to the entire board.
Great.
Right.
Thank you.
Great, good.
Thank you, Commissioner. Any other comments from the commissioners? Seeing, hearing none. Anything from the public? Okay, we'll have a roll call.
Ballas?
Yes.
Bertino?
Yes.
Horsey?
Yes.
Fitzpatrick?
Yes.
Gatto?
Yes.
Parker?
Yes.
Risley?
Yes.
And Kern.
Yes, motion carries. Brings us to Resolution 347.
Memorandum of Agreement with PBA 243 Atlantic County Sheriff's Officers Superior Officers Association, authorizing a formal written collective bargaining agreement incorporating the terms of the MOA for a 4-year period commencing January 1, 2022.
Move. Second.
Motion was made second. Any comments from our commissioners? Seeing, hearing none. Anything from the public?
Just have a question
Michelle's.
from Michelle.
Michelle's.
Michelle, okay,
Yeah.
so Michelle's question.
So just so you know, the question I think Michelle asked was, has COVID had or caused the county to rethink what we're doing with our contracts? Yes, it has, and I think we presented it to the board in a number of cases. We've been raising the starting salaries, one issue, and then we actually, at times, I think Jim's here now, when Jennifer was here, Jennifer would tell you that we've given higher percentage increases, and what we do to counteract that, we've been asking the union to take 20, 30. A portion of the unions are in direct 15, direct 10, and so by taking 20, 30, the medical costs to the county go down, and the amount of salary they take home goes up. So we're giving them higher starting salaries. They're getting, if they take the 20, 30, they actually get more money in their salary because they're paying less for that particular health benefit. And we, the county, get less on our medical side as a cost. That's what we do.
Thank you, Jerry. Is she still on that could she be brought back up to see if she had any other?
Yeah, can you just go over, maybe Mr. Ferguson, the basics of the contract you're getting each year?
Yeah, there's, the major terms are, the salary, we used to have, we currently have 2 tiers for those hired before October 1, 2015. We're in a tier 1. Tier 2, which was a lower salary, were those hired on or after October 1 of 2015. That will stay in effect until the final year of the contract, when everybody goes to just 1 tier. There were a couple concessions that we got, as Jerry mentioned, the give back, not the give back, but they agreed that the base plan, the base medical plan, will be 2030, which is a less expensive plan. Most of these officers are either in the 2010 or the 15 plan, correct, and those have higher premiums. What this means is an officer could still have the option of electing one of those higher plans, but then they'll have to pay the difference in the premium, the increased premium the officer would pay for. And most of these officers, we believe, will elect 2030, which will be a less expensive plan and will save the county money. Also, there was a compromise on the sick leave. The sick leave, or the terminal leave payout at the time of retirement. These officers were able, I believe, to get up to 100%, up to a maximum of $22,500, or it might have been $22,000. That now is reduced to those people hired prior to May 21, 2010. It's 100% up to a maximum of $18,000. And for those hired after that May 21, 2010 date, it's 100% up to a maximum of $15,000. And then there were some other changes in here with regard to operational issues. But those are the major components of this. The cost out to the county, and this was costed out over the 4-year average, comes out to an average of roughly 3.85% per year. So we believe that that's fair. The unions seem to be happy with it. And we think, again, I get back to the fact that this was a very good job of negotiation done by my former Assistant County Counsel, Jennifer Starr, whose last day was June 6th. And, I'm taking over a lot of that work now. And I did it before. I did it a number of years ago. But, it's a lot of work. Because we have a lot of unions, and there's a lot there to go in, do an effective negotiation, and then put these agreements together and so on. And Rick did it for a number of years when he was with us, so he knows. But she did a very good job. We think it's a very fair contract, and we seek your approval of it.
Would it be accurate to say that the contract is 3.85% rate increase each year, or is that 3.85?
That's the yearly average, Michelle, over the 4 years. There's a little bit of a variation between the years, but if you averaged it all out over the 4 years, it would be 3.85% per year.
Right into the salary part, right?
That's correct.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Jim. Any other comments?
Madam Chair? Yeah, just a note, that's probably what, about 16 employees that this
I'll
contract
tell you in a
covers?
minute. I'll tell you in a minute.
It's less than 20.
Yeah, I believe you're correct in that, but I can count them up real fast here.
10, 14, 15,
14.
14.
Why so few?
It's the
That's just the
superior,
staffing.
it's the superior officers.
Yeah.
It's only the,
Yeah, this isn't the rank and file. I think the total number of the sheriff's unit is, I think they have rank and file of, it's around
They got, yeah.
80 officers. It may be more than that, I'm not sure, but the figure for the sergeants, lieutenants, and captains is always gonna be much smaller than that. This is a relatively small unit.
this is only 10% of the entire agency.
Okay. And when does the rank and file come up?
I'm not sure on that, Michelle. I'd have to get back to you on that. I want to say that it expires at the end of this year, but I might be wrong on that.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, thank you. Anyone else from the public? Okay, we'll have a roll call.
Ballas?
Yes.
Bertino?
Yes.
Corsi?
Yes.
Fitzpatrick?
Yes.
Gatto? Parker?
Yes.
Risley?
Yes.
And Kern.
Yes, motion carries. Brings us to Resolution 348, please.
Memorandum of Understanding with the Atlantic County Workforce Development Board to establish the governance structure and procedure between the parties.
Move.
Second.
Motion has been made and second. Any comments from the commissioners? Seeing, hearing none. Anything from the public? Okay, we'll have a roll call.
Ballas?
Yes.
Bertino?
Yes.
Corsi?
Yes.
Fitzpatrick?
Yes.
Gatto?
Yes.
Parker?
Yes.
Risley?
Yes.
And Kern.
Yes, motion carries. Brings us Resolution 349, please.
Competitive contract with Trailblazers Public Affairs Limited Liability Company to provide the Atlantic County Clerk's Office with communication support and consulting services. Amount not to exceed $42,000.
So
Motion has been made and seconded. Any comments from the commissioners?
Madam Chair.
Yes, Commissioner Gatto.
Just to highlight, this is so that the clerk's office can update their website, make it a little bit more current, a little bit more interactive for users to understand the services available to them. And this is being paid out of their, I forget what the fund is called, but it's from the document fee. The trust fund, that's it, sorry. From the document fees, so not taxpayer dollars.
Thank you, Commissioner. Any other comments from our commissioners? Seeing here none, anything from the public? Okay, well, roll call.
Ballas?
Yes.
Bertino?
Yes.
Corsi?
Yes.
Fitzpatrick?
Yes.
Gatto?
Yes.
Parker?
Yes.
Risley?
Yes.
And Kern.
Yes, motion carries. Resolution 350, please.
Amending Resolution Number 416 adopted August 3, 2021, an alternate method contract with Atlantic Care Health System for COVID-19 testing of residents at the juvenile detention facility at Harborfield. Net increase $35,000.
Move.
Second.
Motion has been made and seconded. Any comments from the commissioners? Seeing, hearing none, anything from the public? Okay, we'll have a roll call.
Ballas?
Yes.
Bertino?
Yes.
Corsi?
Yes.
Fitzpatrick?
Yes.
Gatto?
Yes.
Parker?
Yes.
Risley?
Yes.
And Kern.
Yes, motion carries. At this time, I'll entertain a motion to combine and adopt resolution number 352 to 355 under appointments.
Move.
Motion has been made and seconded. Any comments from the commissioners? Again, as I usually say when we're doing this, that, thank these people for coming onto these boards and really contributing, a great deal. They're really needed, and it's volunteer work, so we appreciate their commitment. Okay, we'll have a roll call.
Ballas?
Yes.
Bertino?
Yes.
Corsi?
Yes.
Fitzpatrick?
Yes.
Gatto?
Yes.
Parker?
Yes.
Risley?
Yes.
And Kern.
Yes, motion carries. Resolution 356.
Authorizing consent for a roadway solicitation event by Egg Harbor Township Kiwanis Club at the intersection of English Creek Avenue, County Route 575, and West Jersey Avenue in the Township of Egg Harbor on Saturday, September 10, 2022, from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m., and Sunday, September 11, 2022, from 9 to 3 p.m.
So moved. Second.
Motion made and second. Any comments from our commissioners? Seeing, hearing none. Anything from the public? Okay, we'll have a roll call.
Ballas?
Yes.
Bertino?
Yes.
Corsi?
Yes.
Fitzpatrick?
Yes.
Gatto?
Yes.
Parker?
Yes.
Risley?
Yes.
And Kern.
Yes, motion carries. Brings us to resolution 357.
Page turn.
Too quick.
Resolution in support of women's right to sovereignty over their bodies, sponsored Commissioner Karen L. Fitzpatrick.
So moved.
Second.
Motion made in second. Before we go to the commissioner's comments, I just want to say, Karen, if you want to, say a couple words to provide further clarity on why you feel it's important to bring this to the board on behalf of your constituents. I would note that for me, it seems unclear what you're requesting of the board, given that the state of New Jersey under Governor Murphy's government has already addressed this issue. And our residents are therefore able to follow the law, already allowing them access to women's sovereign rights. It would seem redundant for this board to take any further action unless you're taking issue with the current laws in the state of New Jersey. So that's just my question to you, but your floor right now.
Okay, thank you very much, Madam Chair. I am aware of the Reproductive Freedom Act that has become the law in the state of New Jersey. However, there are already 3 bills in the state legislature all ready to go and reverse that law, one having a 12-week ban on abortion. I just want to say that when the news broke of the possible overturning of Roe v. Wade, I could not just sit back, even though my state at this time is safe, and not say anything. And there was a collective gasp that I heard across the country. And even though this is not a county issue, there are several times this board has entertained issues that are federally relevant, such as gun control, immigration, and most recently, the state action on sex education. Even though the districts the county does oversee, ACIT and special services, were not included in that resolution. We're not giving guidance from this board. As of today, Roe v. Wade still stands as the law of the land, and we women in New Jersey are guaranteed access to safe abortion. And should that private decision need to be made, again, there are already 3 bills in the legislature which would reverse that act. This law directly affects more than half the country's population and indirectly affects the entire country. Family planning and the ability to make one's own decisions regarding a person's body are the fundamental basis for economic and financial independence. I'm old enough to remember girls who had to leave high school because of one bad decision. Girls who couldn't go to college, had to get married, and basically ended their lives at 14 or 15 or 16 years old, ended the potential of a full life. Make no mistake, if Roe is overturned and no legislation is passed federally to guarantee a woman's right to safe and accessible abortion, it will not cease. Abortion will still happen, but it will not be safe. It will be available to women who look like me, but not all women, because of the cost and the inaccessibility. People talk about so-called late-term abortions, but a pregnancy that has advanced past 5 months usually is a wanted pregnancy. Names have been chosen, nurseries have been furnished. and then it's determined either the fetus is unsustainable or the woman's life is in danger. This is a horrific situation, and criminalizing the agonizing choice to terminate is cruel. It's up to each individual to make the choice that's right for them, but the government should not be involved in any level past providing legislation which protects that choice. And in closing, I lived 25 years across the street from Beverly Gilbert, one of the founding mothers of the Atlantic County Women's Center, now known as Avanzar. Bev had a bumper sticker on her car showing a bloody wire hanger with the words, "We won't go back." I will do everything I can to make sure that Bev will not be disappointed. And that's why I think that we should pass this resolution encouraging or showing our support for the women who are here in our state, that this should be a federal codified law.
Do we have any other comments from our commissioners?
Madam Chair, if I may, let me just say that I hope that this doesn't come to the point where it becomes political and become down political lines. I certainly support a women's right to choose as well. However, everybody has their own reasoning why they want to put up resolutions and support various things. I don't actually see a problem with the resolution. I know that some of my colleagues are not comfortable supporting the resolution. But the fact of the matter is, and I think we all would say or agree, that a woman should have a right to choose. So when Karen and I talked about this resolution, and I thought, and I said to Karen as well, one thing we need to do is have a discussion, have dialogue, and have some back and forth, not just come and vote the resolution down if that's your desire to do so. But it doesn't hurt to have a healthy conversation. And so, as Karen has indicated, we have touched on other resolutions that had really nothing to do with county government or to do with government, period. I'm not going to get into the debate what Jeff Van Drew's opinion is, what Tim Alexander's opinion is at the end of the day, we're basically, and I'm saying, I can't speak for everybody, that a woman has a right to choose. And, who the hell are we to say they don't? I'm not saying none of y'all have said that, so don't get the wrong impression. But everybody has their opinions. And at the end of the day, I certainly commend you for bringing this resolution forward. I know some of my colleagues are very uncomfortable, don't want to be put in the spotlight, but it's not about being in the spotlight. And God knows, I hope it doesn't come down where it's party line, where it becomes political. Again, and I made my comments very clear, I don't give a rat's tail what Jeff Van Drew says in his opinion. I really don't give a rat's tail what Tim Alexander says about his opinion. I'm saying what I think is right, and the right is that the woman has the right to choose. And that's my opinion. And again, y'all know my favorite quote. Opinions are like, you know what? And we all have one.
And that's very true. We all do have opinions. I mean, it's an extremely personal and sensitive issue. This has been debated for centuries. This goes way back, and it's a very divisive. And actually, I'm sorry we're going down this path because it is not a red or blue issue, and I hope that that's not what we're trying to make it. The same thing what you're saying, So, commissioners.
Madam Chair.
Commissioner Gatto.
Yeah, I just wanted to say I did, let Commissioner Fitzpatrick know my opinion, and some others. I don't totally disagree with some of the elements that are in the resolution, but I think the resolution could be better. And I really don't think the resolution has anything to do with county government, state legislation, or actual federal legislation. Now, to hear Commissioner Fitzpatrick mentioning that there is some proposed state legislation, maybe that's something that should have been in here. So I would, given that I don't think that it really has anything to do with supporting any particular legislation or programs, which I do think we typically do tie back on some of the issues that Commissioner Corsi referenced, I would make a motion to table at this time.
Madam Chair, I'll second that motion.
Okay. No, we have no more discussion on this issue.
Oh, no. There's
Motion
comment before the
made.
vote, right?
It's
Madam Chair,
tabled.
once
Oh, it's a sensitive issue. We're not just gonna close the book.
the Roberts rules are pretty clear on once you make a motion to table, and now that it's seconded, that the debate ends. That's what the Roberts rules say.
Robert's rule says one thing, what we do is another, because I've seen them bypass what Robert rule says. And then the sensitive issue, and I'm not questioning your duality. And I don't have a law degree, but when you talk about a sensitive issue like this, and the quick thing you do is to make a motion to table. I'm not saying that I even object to the table. I wanted to make a comment more than anything, was if we're going to table, what are we gonna come back to talk about? And if we're going to come back to talk about, what committee should we send it to? That's really was my comment more than anything. And that's basically what I was gonna say.
Right. So I'm not sure which committee yet it will go to, but I'll take a look at it and see. Yeah, what committee it should go to.
It should go to health.
I agree.
But again, I hear you, and that's the easiest way out to table it. But if you're going to table it, let's see where we're gonna send it.
We will send it to a committee and it will most likely be the health, but I want to take a look at the committees, just to make sure I have the right committee for it.
Oh, I know the committee for it, but Madam Chair, I was just making a recommendation to the chair that if we're going to table it, I'm just asking that it not sit idle and that you send it to a committee.
And that's what we're gonna do, we're gonna send it to the committee.
Okay. And I said, I just wanted to make sure we understood that.
We understand that. Okay.
I believe we have to take a vote on the table?
Yes.
Put a motion in a second?
Yes.
Okay, move the vote. Roll call.
Ballas?
Yes.
Bertino?
Yes.
Corsi?
No.
Fitzpatrick?
No.
Gatto?
Yes.
Parker?
Yes.
Risley?
Yes.
And Kern.
Yes, motion carries.
So Madam Chair, let the record reflect once again, right down party lines. And again, sometimes you have to take the politics out of it and do the right thing.
I agree.
May not always. Did you going to say something?
I said I agree.
Oh, I don't want to talk while you was talking. Sometimes it may not always be the most popular decision, but you have to make decisions. But I didn't want this to turn into a political, straight down party line, and that's exactly what happened today. So at the end of the day, I certainly trust that you will make sure it gets to the right committee in a timely fashion. And if not, it'll come back at some point in time. But I think it's worth the discussion. And I think Commissioner Gatto raised a good point. Some things that maybe need to be in a resolution was not, or some could be taken. It's fine. It's good to have that healthy conversation. And so I'm glad we at least agreed that it should be some dialogue going forward. I didn't hear everybody say that, but I heard you say it too.
Madam Chair, if I may.
We don't have any more discussion on this.
There's
public comment now.
I'm not discussing this, but I think we do have the right to respond to Commissioner Corsi's comments that were directed towards us. So I'll just briefly say that my vote wasn't party line. Our vote was very similar to the vote for Commissioner Bertino's resolution about education in schools, which I recommended to go to education in schools. You already said that we're sending it to the proper committee, and you're gonna make sure that that happens and look into what committee you're gonna send that to, and I trust that you're gonna do that. So, per Robert's rules, as you stated, debate had closed. So the vote is to send it to, with regards to Commissioner Gatto's comments, which I think were good comments. It does need to go somewhere else to be discussed. And I think that subcommittee is the proper place for that to happen, so that it can come back to this board, complete it, so that we can have a vote and stay in line with Robert's rules, if that makes sense.
Right. Okay.
Good luck.
Thank you. Okay.
Madam Chair.
Yes, Commissioner Bertino.
Thank you. If if you review the committees and you don't have a particular committee that fits this issue, I'd be happy to serve on a committee, and I'd ask you to consider putting the sponsor of the resolution on there to serve as well. I'd be happy to offer myself to try to find some common ground, or at least tweak some of the language. I had some concerns about it. We can't discuss it now, but I'd be happy to discuss it in committee if you see fit. If you feel it the need.
Thank you, Commissioner Bertino. Okay, that concludes the written portion of our agenda. Any reports of special committees of the board?
Madam Chair.
Yep. Commissioner Gatto.
Just wanted to report, the Atlantic Cape Community College hosts an esports advisory board now, and that is aligning with the recent grants that we received for renovation at Atlantic Cape with regard to esports and cybersecurity. They held a good educational meeting in terms of work that they're doing on that curriculum, courses being developed, and also I just wanted to highlight, I think there's some really great partnership with our local high schools in terms of helping to facilitate feeder programs at the high school level that would go into our esports program. So some good work going on there. I'd be happy to pass on some information from some more detailed information from the board, but just wanted to let everybody know that that advisory board does exist and there's a lot of great work happening at that level. And then secondly, just want to also mention that we did receive the bids for the powerhouse at Lake Lenape Dam, which was a good milestone to hit. And we're continuing to plug along as a committee to make sure that we get the second bid out that we'll need to get so that we can have all the funds obligated by that October 1st deadline for the federal money we received.
Thank you, Commissioner. Do you have
Madam
any-
Chair,
Yes.
if I may, this past weekend was Juneteenth, so happy Juneteenth. I know we said it at the last meeting, but I'll say it again. Happy Juneteenth to everyone. Through the Cultural and Heritage Affairs Committee Advisory Board, there was a grant opportunity that was put out from the New Jersey Arts and Culture Renewal Fund. And we gave a grant to Mount Zion Baptist Church in Pleasantville, and they put together a Juneteenth program, which I attended. You know, they had vendors out there, they had some performers out there. I have some pictures that I plan on putting out and posting at some point as soon as I figure out what's going on with my Facebook. So that's a whole nother conversation, but I'll put that out there. So they put their program together, and it was a decent program that they put together out there. So for anyone that wants to know how that money's being spent, so that you know, it was $10,000 that was awarded to them. We've also chosen to award the Hispanic Alliance of Atlantic County $5,000 towards their Latin Festival, Hispanic Festival. I'm not sure which one it was. Latin Festival, Hispanic Festival. That's going to be, I believe, sometime this fall, October-ish. And so attend it and see how
Nice.
these organizations are spending this grant money.
Very nice.
Absolutely.
Get on our calendars. Thank you very much, Commissioner. Does anybody else have any special committee reports? Okay, see none. Any unfinished business?
I don't think so.
You don't think so? We'll make sure they're done. Any unfinished business? Seeing none. Any new business?
Madam Chair.
Yes.
Yeah, like I mentioned earlier, I'd like to see if we can get a presentation maybe by superintendent of ACIT. Give us an update on where we're at in the process of the renovation, the expansion, and also possibly someone from Atlantic Cape Community College update us as to where we're at in the process with that.
Good idea.
Thank you.
Thank you. Any other new business?
Madam Chair.
Yep, Commissioner Bertino.
Thank you. I just want to remind the board, it's their favorite time of the year, the Hamilton Red, White, and Blueberry Festival. I know Commissioner Corsi likes his blueberries on his cereal in the morning. It'll be this Sunday, the 26th, at the Hamilton High School grounds, where it's been the last 20 years or so. Invite everybody to come out and enjoy it. It's a great crop, and it makes you feel good.
Love those blueberries. Thank you very much, Commissioner. Any other new business? Seeing here none, we've all received or possibly received copies of written communication and petitions. Any commissioners have any comments on this?
Madam Chair. Yeah, just was notified by Coalition of Safe Community. Their first of a series of community cookouts is actually going on right now, 4 to 7 tonight on Langston Avenue in Pleasantville.
And they have a series of them, is that what you said?
There'll be a series, yeah, between Atlantic City, Pleasantville, Egg Harbor City.
Thank you.
You probably know what the date is for Atlantic City, I'm not sure.
I don't.
Okay. I should last it up.
Okay, does anybody else have anything under written communications? Okay, seeing none, we'll now open the public comments portion. Again, anyone that would like to speak during the public comments, please come to the podium, state the town you reside, and we're providing 3 minutes for comments. If you're attending virtually, please type yes in the question and answer box. You'll be raised from attendee to a panelist. When you're raised, please state your name and the town that you reside. We're now open for public.
Board, Chairwoman Kern,
Yes.
Vice Chair Brisley, right?
Yes.
Yeah, okay, good. My name is Miko Lukide. I live in Mays Landing, and today I'm here actually representing Pride in Mays Landing, an LGBTQ community organization.
Melissa Tomlinson, also reside in Mays Landing, and I'm here on behalf of Atlantic County Council of Education Associations.
And we wanted to be here today to tell you about an event we had on June 11th and also extend some gratitude. So on June 11th, we held Atlantic County Pride in the Park, an LGBTQ Pride event for LGBTQ Pride Month. It was our first time putting this on. Melissa worked very hard on getting us grant money to fund this event. I'll let her talk a little bit about that real quick.
So the grant was provided through the NJEA, New Jersey Education Association, and we get grants based upon membership dues for community events such as this. And the true purpose of the grant is to partner with community members. So it's not just educators going into the community and doing something, but actually developing a relationship and a bond with community organizations that will continue to grow in the future.
Nice.
Thank you.
Very nice.
So this event was actually thought up maybe a year or so ago. Someone posted a comment on Facebook like, hey, why doesn't Mays Landing have a Pride Parade around June? And it got a couple of people talking, and a small organization, Pride in Mays Landing, formed. And at first it was just a casual thing, having brunch together, go to a happy hour or something like that. But with Melissa's encouragement and tenacity in terms of acquiring this grant, we moved forward with putting together this event. This event had a ton of community organizations come out, even a couple of local businesses. We had Love is Love Coffee Company, which is an LGBTQ supporting coffee company located here in Atlantic County. We had Glisten, we had Free Mom Hugs, which is an organization of moms that give hugs to kids who might feel like they've been rejected by their family. We had we had the Atlantic City Mayor's Office. The LGBTQ liaison from the Atlantic City Mayor's Office was there, as well as several other wonderful community organizations and crafts. We had tons of crafts. It was a very family-friendly event. That was something that we wanted to make sure we were doing, make it accessible to as many people as possible, make it welcoming, and make it fun. And when we were working on this, we were really thinking, okay, this is our first one. It's okay if it's not that great. It's okay if, we're just getting past the finish line. We were blown away, quite honestly. We had over 200 people show up. It was a phenomenal event. We're so thrilled with how it went. We were hoping to be able to do a parade. We weren't able to do that. There's some stuff we'll need to talk to a municipality or two about. Oh, is that my 3 minutes?
No, go
Oh my God. But I did want to extend some gratitude to Freeholder Fitzpatrick, Freeholder Parker, and I'm saying Freeholder. Oh my gosh, Commissioner Fitzpatrick, Commissioner Parker, and Commissioner Gatto for attending. I know also Tim Alexander was there. And also some gratitude to Jerry Del Rosso for connecting us with Chandra Anderson from County Administration so that we could get use of the County Clerk's parking space behind the County Clerk's office. So shout out to Joe Girallo as well, if he's here still. Because we were able to make sure that everybody had a place to park for the event, because it was right on the corner of that street, Main Street and Mays Landing, which if you don't have that nice parking lot, you're really going to struggle to find some parking space, especially with as many people as we had come. So we did want to give you guys a thank you card. Thank you so much for supporting the event. Thank you to the county administration for allowing us to use parking space. And we are greatly looking forward to next year and cooperating with any community organizations you may have in mind or the county commissioners themselves. Thank you very much.
Thank you for doing such a great community event and success. 200 people, they're all bringing friends next year. So it's even going to be bigger. So good for you, but it takes a lot of coordination, as you said, and good for you. I applaud you.
So,
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Appreciate
Madam Clerk.
Thank you.
She has something to say.
Yeah.
I have a topic to move on to next.
Okay, go ahead.
Well, I think.
Oh, Amy, you want to say something?
Yeah, I just really wanted to commend Miko and Melissa. You guys, it was a really fantastic event. You did a great job. And kudos to both of you for, really taking the bull by the horns and making it happen and getting the grant funding. I think it was really wonderful. I had reached out. I understand it was kind of late about having a county information table. I definitely would want to make the commitment now that, we're happy to do that in the future. I did bring some manuals to give out to help educate people on services that we do offer. To help with any social services that people might need. So definitely would love to help take an active part in it next year as well. And I think you had a couple challenges with the municipality. I'm happy to help with overcoming some of those barriers next year as well, if needed. So I just wanted to pat you guys on the back. You really, really did a fantastic job. And didn't little rain get you down. And I think that's a real testament to what you did, that you still had the turnout that you did, despite that little bit of weather. So just, again, kudos.
Thank you, and we'll be in touch for sure.
And thank you for the card. That was very, very nice. And Melissa, you had something else?
I do. I'm not sure if the county commissioners are aware. I'm going to take off one hat and put on my League of Women Voters hat next. The Smithsonian is bringing the Voices Votes traveling display to Atlantic County Cape Community College starting July 11th until August. They are there until August 13th. So it's a traveling display that's going around from the Smithsonian Museum. It's going all across the country. The League of Women Voters, as well as ACCC, will have docents available at all the exhibits to interact with people, inform them more about what the exhibits are. And then on the evening of August 10th, we're doing an Energizing Young Voters presentation, which is something that I've been involved with for a couple of years. It's a set of modules and education programs to educate our youth on not only how to vote, why it's important to vote, how to choose your candidate, but also how to become an active participant in the process of civic and democracy, right? And contacting legislators, contacting decision makers, and all of those different aspects as well. So I invite you all to join us one night.
Are you doing in person and Zoom or anything, or just all in?
It's all, so this part of it is only in person. We'll be doing that session in person on campus, but we do, so I'll be doing more Energizing Young Voters training out at ACCEA's, the union office this year. I'll be setting those up soon, and we've been growing that as well within the schools.
Great. Great.
Thank you.
Need some civic lessons. Thank you very much. Would anybody else like to approach the public portion? Anybody online? Okay, hearing none. That brings us to good of the order. I'm going to say happy 4th of July, as we will not be meeting until July 5th. I'm going to take the opportunity to wish everyone a happy and safe 4th of July. This year will be a long holiday weekend to enjoy the many events throughout our county. And also, welcome to the first day of summer.
Madam Chair,
Yes, sir.
a couple of things I have. This weekend in Atlantic City is the 24th, 5th, and 6th. Will be a seafood festival at Mayor Field, given by Still Pier. I believe it's $10 entry. And you pay for your food as you go around. So it's Friday, Saturday,
Nice.
Sunday.
Yeah, it's a
Also,
good crowd.
my note tells me that ACIT's graduation is tomorrow night at Ocean Casino, 6 p.m. Atlantic City High School's graduation is also tomorrow. So there's a lot going on. And then, of course, we have the pop-up. We call it the Under the Stars event in Atlantic City, the all-white party. I cannot tell you the location, but it is in Atlantic
Dinner
City.
on
But I can
Blanc.
guarantee you. I'm
Dinner
sorry?
on Blanc.
We have another code name, but that's it. I can tell all of y'all who think it's not at the Beta Field. It's not at Gardner's Basin. So everybody's been trying to sneak around to see where it's at. It's not on the beach, and it is in Atlantic City.
not on
So
the beach.
It's in Atlantic City.
The treasure hunt?
It's in Atlantic
They
City.
tell you at the last minute, that's why it's supposed to be the whole thing, just it's a pop-up.
It probably starts tipping out tomorrow, but they're looking at, I heard it's about 2,700 people who participated. First time in Atlantic City. And then again, I think it's again in August in Philadelphia. So
Yeah,
if
yeah,
it
I
goes
think
well
it's
this time, we'll
Philadelphia.
try to get them back next year. But it seems like people are having a lot of fun and the weather's supposed to be good.
Yeah.
So it's going to be a lot of traffic. So be prepared if you're out riding around. A lot of stuff is happening around Atlantic City this weekend.
Great.
And I wish everybody
Great
happy
news.
4th of July.
Thank you, Commissioner. Any other thing for the good of the order? Any commissioners? Nope. Any, Mr. Bertino or Amy, anything for the good of the order?
He's going to pick some blueberries.
Hey, go get some blueberries. Okay, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
So.
Okay, all those in favor?
Aye.